Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Life is a series of experiences, and each experience has three components: the world that we experience, the experiencer that we are, and the experience of this world. Three components. Now, out of these three components, which component we give importance to, depending upon that, our life will be determined. For example, if we give importance to the world that we are living, that we are experiencing, then the lifestyle has to be defined in a different manner. When we look at this world, that this world is a solid reality, then how should we live? This will be one topic to think about. Second thing, when we consider our body to be ourself and it is a solid reality, then how to deal with the body, this will be the second topic that we have to deal with. So let us take first this part, then we go to the next two. When we take this world as real, and as Amma has said, our concern for the world is very good, but at the same time, the basic principle is, like many people come and ask us this question. I am a great devotee of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So they ask me in India that, Swamiji, when your Krishna is going to come in this world, the world is so horrible, it is so terrible. He said in Gita that whenever there is something bad, I will come. Now how much more bad is required for his arrival? The whole world is in turmoil. It is so dirty, corrupt. All kinds of things are happening. Why he is not coming? I said, he told me he is not in a hurry to come. Why? Because, now let us think. Earlier, this world was not bad. I don't think it was so bad as it is now. Very good. Later, maybe after 50, 100 years, this world won't be bad. You see, nothing can be worse than today, man. Okay, agreed. Now, earlier you were there? No. Later you will be there? No. Now the world is terribly bad and you are there. So who is responsible? See, friends. So when we think about this world is so terrible, so bad, and then once we have defined the world is bad, then it becomes our responsibility to improve the world. And what is our understanding of improving the world? Suppose I am a non-smoker. So for me, what will be the improvement in the world? Nobody should smoke in this world. Suppose I am not addicted to drugs. What will be my improvement of the world? Nobody should have drugs. In short, we have some definition of good world. And then our definition, we want to impose on everyone. See, this is how the whole world is being treated in a wrong way. So unless we think coolly, properly, when this world was not like this world has always been like this. Now we talk about terrorism, killing the people and all that. Now compare this number of killings, total killings because of terrorism, and what our dear friend Hitler did. Is it even comparable? That time we were not there, so we don't know the burning feeling of that thing. See, friends, this world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. This is how the very fabric of this world is. If we are to define this world in a very scientific manner, we will come to know this world is consisting of only twins. There is nothing single. When I call somebody is rich, I have already created a poor. When I call somebody a good person, I have already created a bad person. When I call somebody tall, I have created a shorty. When I call somebody as a fat, I have created a thin. See, friends. So if this is the truth, that this world is made up of complementary opposites. They are complementary. If there is no death, life has no meaning. If there is no disease, health has no meaning. If there is no poverty, riches have no meaning. This is how the world is. Now, what happens? Like, we go to the temple, pray to the Lord, and what are our prayers? Our prayers are that everything should be good. It is not possible, because good and bad is in our mind. It is not outside. See, friends, those who are vegetarians, they have got tremendous disgust and bitterness towards non-vegetarians. Now, why should they bother? Like people ask me also, Swamiji, we want you to talk on vegetarianism. So they have dialed a wrong number. I don't fall in their format. So I start my lecture. In Pune, there was one conference, Respect for Life, and I was the chief guest there. 3 days conference. People from all over the world had come. And 3 days I had to suffer silently all those stupid lectures. And on the last day, I had to summarize and speak. And that day I started, I have changed my prayers. Oh Lord, in the next life, kindly make me a pumpkin. Absolutely vegetarian. Because in the 3 days talk, the main theme was respect for life means how non-vegetarian is bad and how the people who are eating non-vegetarian, they are white, they are the worst kind of people. And when such a whole group is inspired that stupid thought, one person went to an extent to say, when I see a non-vegetarian person moving around, I feel it is a mobile graveyard of the dead animals. And everybody, what a kind of bitterness. I said, after hearing so much about non-vegetarian, I had decided, oh Lord, next life kindly make me a pumpkin. What business we have got to talk about, think about what others are eating or what others are doing? We have no business. We have to focus our life on ourselves, how we are. See, friends, in the same manner, it is the same world where you and me are living, and it is the same world where all the great masters lived, is it not? Were the great masters living in a laboratory conditions? They were living on the same time scale, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days a year. They did not live on a different time scale. During their time also, it was the same corruption, it was the same killing, it was the same dirty things going everywhere. See, friends, how they were able to achieve this? Because they have this foundation. This world has always been like this. We are in this world for our evolution. When we go to the school, let us take, this is a class. I am your teacher. And I am teaching you something. And then one student, she gets up and tells, "Sir, she has not understood." Will anybody do like that? So what I will say, you mind your business. Have you understood? You learn. Don't worry about others. In the same manner, in this universe, we are sent to learn and grow. And for that, we have to remember every experience is a designer's piece for every one of us. Every experience. It is required. It is needed. See, friends. And in this manner, when our way of interacting with the world changes, then the quality of our experiences will start changing. See. This notion that, I have to help the world, I can't help. If you can't help, relax. If you can help, help. One day, here also we see, on the robot, there is somebody standing and begging, that I have not taken food for last 1 month and my children are there and please give me something. So you read it like this. If you want to give, give. If you don't want to give, don't give. Why spoil your mind? See, friends, the most valuable commodity in the whole universe is our mind. Therefore, when we are giving importance to this world beyond proportion, we will be all the time thinking about the world. No. If something can be done, do it. If you cannot do it, relax. We are not appointed as the caretaker of the whole universe. See, friends, like one person asked me this question, "Swamiji, this Bhagavad Gita you are teaching, why don't you teach to all the students in the schools in India?" I said, forget about school. Are you ready to learn? No. If you don't want to learn, how others will learn? See, so the first step is, we live in this world in such a manner that we first protect ourselves from ourselves. First principle. Suppose you are going somewhere and something bad happens. If you can help, do help, no problem. If you can't help, don't curse yourself. One example I'll give you. This happened somewhere in a hill station in India. There was a Catholic couple, young couple, they were very close to me. That girl's name was Catherine and he was Enoch. And they never came for my satsang, but very close friend, neighbor. So one day, he was a taxi driver. One day he told me, he said, "Hey Sadhu," he used to call me Sadhu Baba. "Hey Sadhu Baba, your Catherine has delivered a baby." I said, "Okay, good, give my congratulations. I'll come and meet her whenever I get time. I am going somewhere." Evening time, where my satsang was going on, he was standing outside. He never came for a single satsang. I said, "Hey, how come you are here?" He was crying. I said, "What happened?" Then he said, "See, she was bleeding profusely." I said, "Then call her mother, sister, uncle, somebody's blood will match and give." We did it. But they say, we cannot give blood to others. And that girl, we don't know what to do. I said, now pray to Jesus that my blood should match with her. Pray sincerely. I went straight away from there, and by God's grace, blood matched perfectly. I said, take away whatever you want. And she survived. Now, after 15 days or so, I went to her. I said, hey, Kathy, how are things? Oh, because of you, I am alive. I don't know what would have happened to me. I said, forget about all that rubbish. Now give me a nice coffee and answer my question. Bottle is Catholic, liquor is Hindu. Who are you? See, friends, if you can help, help. If you cannot help, don't worry, don't feel bad. Feeling bad is insult to the divine principle. See, friends, if you have to feel, feel good. If you can help, do help, no doubt about it. If you cannot, don't worry. Otherwise, you will be seeing such people. They are on the look of miserable people, so that they can go and help. Worry. Don't create miseries and then go and help them. Wherever you are, wherever with whomsoever you are, if you can help, wonderful, nothing wrong. But don't make this helping others as a project of life. That will destroy you. You will become an NGO. You know NGO? NGOs are surviving on somebody else's miseries. If there are no miserable people, where the NGOs will go? If there are no unhealthy people, where will they go? If there are no poor people, what will they do? So they are on the lookout. Where miserable, come on, now I got a nice field to work upon. And such people, they become organized. Friends, organized goodness is an organized crime. Organize yourself. See, if I am happy, that is the highest spiritual side, or that is the highest social service. One of my friend in India, a very rich man, millions and millions. He was driving me somewhere. We were going on a samadhi of a great master who is no more, in a far distant village in Rajasthan. So on our way, the driver was driving and we were sitting together. He said, Swamiji, you know I got lot and lot of money. Now you tell me, what can I do for you? I want to do something for you. Because he knows I have no ashram, I have no disciples, I have no project, I have no nothing. I said, I don't want anything, you can't do anything for me. No, I want to do something for you. I said, okay, be happy. He says, Swamiji, come on, tell something. I said, after our darshan is over, I'll tell you. We went to that holy place, had darshan, and when we are coming out, there was a very big wall, maybe about 12 feet tall, and a small door where you have to bend and get inside or get outside. Near that door, small, there was on the wall written, to remain happy is the highest service to the society. I never knew that. I was going for the first time. And when I read that, I called my friend. I said, hey, come here. I took his head and hit on that wall 3 times. He said, I don't understand. What will you get if I am happy? I said, there will be one less miserable fellow coming to me. Do we like happy people or we like miserable people? See, friends, don't search for misery in life. It will come to you. See? And this all happens only because we are given this world a status of reality. See? If you go to Bombay, there are so many beggars every time. There will be some small girls, maybe about 15, 20 years. They'll be having a small baby. And the baby is sleeping like that, all the time. Small baby. And they'll be standing there and money. So I watch it and go ahead in my car. So my friend, Swamiji, don't you feel like giving anything? I said, no, I don't feel like giving. He said, why? I said, who are you to challenge me? I have not created that baby. Why should I worry? No, but is it not important? I said, what is important for me? You cannot decide. I will decide what is important for me, not you. And when I was just talking, that very time I received one WhatsApp. And then WhatsApp, I happened to read. I said, hey, you read this. The WhatsApp was telling, what is the, mafia running the whole beggary racket in Bombay. These small children, they are hired by these beggars. Hired. For the whole day, 50 rupees. And when the small child is given for begging, the child is given some drug. So the whole day the child is sleeping. And whatever is earned by begging, that goes to the mafia part of it, comes like that, And this is such a strong rocket. I said, now read. Oh, I didn't know. I said, you don't have to know everything. Work with your conscience. Don't get carried away by the emotional weaknesses. Emotions are the ornaments on our personality, but emotionalism is a scar. See, friends. And this all happens because we are given this world status of reality. Now, how this world becomes real for us? Next step. This world becomes real only when we are identified with our body. One small child, yesterday I spoke in one place, a small girl about 8 years or 9 years came, and in their house I was having breakfast. So till the breakfast is ready, I was reading the newspaper. So that girl comes and says, Swamiji, when the world is created and where from the world begins? Now a 7-8 year child can never ask such a stupid question. So I asked her, I said, hey, who asked you to ask me this question? Mummy. Then I called her Mummy. I said, Mama, why don't you ask me question? Swamiji, I am afraid of you. I said, okay, now listen, I'll tell you. This world is created the moment we are identified with the body. See, I keep on changing the places to sleep. In 365 days, 52 weeks, I move to a minimum of 75 to 80 places around the year. So every time different house, every time different bathroom, every time different toilet, every time different dining place. Nothing is known. So when I sleep, I always keep the light on. The reason is, when I sleep, the world doesn't exist for me. When I get up, means what? When I become identified with the body, then I have to remember where I am, which side is the bathroom, which side is the dining. So where was that world? When we are in deep sleep, will we inquire? No. So be attentive. Where from the world begins? The world begins from our body. And when the world is created, when we are identified with the body. So if we want to improve this world, what we have to do? Improve our identification with the body. How to do improvement? Now be attentive. I as a man, this example I am giving to make it easy. I as a man, with reference to my father, I am called as a son. I as a man, with reference to my wife, I am called as a husband. I, the same man, with reference to my son, I am called as a father. Is it not? Have I become three? I am one. And who is miserable? The son is miserable. The husband is miserable. And the father is miserable. Now try to separate out this portion is husband, this portion is son, this portion is father. Where is he? Find out. Think, friends. Then, so when we are identified with the body, and these are the roles we have to play. So play your role perfectly well. When you are in front of your father, ask more and more money and spend his money. When you are in front of your wife, don't tell her that you have got a new bonus. And when you are in front of your son, run away from him. He'll take away things. Do your job like an actor does on the stage. That's it. But don't get influenced by them. See, friends, if somebody is miserable, yes, do serve him, but not by becoming miserable. See, friends, this principle is the first part of a proper, perfect lifestyle. Now, when we are identified with the body, then only the secondary I's are born. See. And when I am not identified with the body, I am nobody. When I am nobody, I have no problems. When I have no problems, I have no thoughts. When I have no thoughts, I am all happy. That is why in deep sleep, everybody snores. Because happiness is expressed as a noise. Can you say somebody sitting seriously, what happened to you? No, I am happy. No. When we are happy, we make noise, ha ha, hoo hoo, because we are happy. In the same manner, deep sleep, we are so happy. We don't care for the world. Whether somebody's sleep is disturbed, we start, and we are not in a hurry. Have you seen anybody snoring hurriedly? No. They go very slow. Height of happiness. Because we are nobody. The moment we are identified with the body, we become so many bodies. Be attentive. We are not one inside. We are a crowd. And wherever there is a crowd, there is a noise. There is frustration. See? So, with this understanding, when we start living our life, then we will be in the waters, but we will not sink, we will swim. In the same manner, we will be in this miserable world, but we will not become miserable. We live happily. And if we have discovered happiness, then alone we can distribute happiness. If we are seeking happiness, then we are the beggars. Don't seek happiness. See? When somebody is hungry, you give food. Then what happens? No, I feel very good. If there is nobody hungry, and if you cannot give food, then I feel, see, I can't, the food is going waste, to whom to give. So we are surviving on others' miseries. See, friends, recognize this principle. We should not seek happiness through anything in life. Discover happiness. And when we discover happiness, we come to know we are the source of happiness when we are nobody. It is said, nobody is happy in this world. It is very true. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. This is the first step. Now the second part of our life is the experiences. Now this room if you take, or many houses have gone, they have got so many things crammed in that room. So many things. And this habit of collecting the things and accumulating in the outer world doesn't remain outside. It goes inside. And inside we keep on accumulating memories. And if I had to talk about myself or anybody who talks to others, observe this. Whenever we talk to others, we talk about two things only: our past possessions and our past relations. When I was a child, we used to climb on the tree and play. These days, children don't do anything. They are all the time with that digital stupid game, I told my grandson, don't do like that. Go and play outside. So he went with his digital game and sat and started playing. Now, by this, what are we telling? See, when we were children, be attentive. Your body was a child, you were never a child. Your body was a teenager, you were never a teenager. Your body was a middle age, you were never a middle age. But when we talk about our childhood, our teenage, means what? Unknowingly, we do not want to disown the body identification. See, one experiment try. Any room, wherever you are staying, just try this. Remove everything from that room. Everything. And suppose you sit in the chair, only that chair where you can sit comfortably, sit and experience. Every content of the room, they have their own personality and they have the impact on our mind. As much the external possessions are a burden on our mind, so much the relations are equally burden on our mind. And therefore, when we talk about our experiences, what we talk is only the past, only the past, only the past. See, this I have learned. See, my spiritual practice is, I tell you, try this, is very simple. Not reading the book or doing meditation, I never do meditation. Spiritual practice is learn from every experience in life. Learn. So, one day I was going somewhere by train, one man came and sat in front of me. Elderly man. And he said, "Oh, you are here, very good, now we can talk nicely." I thought, my God, this fellow will eat my head for next 18 hours. So, how to protect myself? So, like a terrorist takes out a gun, I took out my mala. I told him, during the journey, normally I don't talk, I do japa. Now he can't ask me to talk, because that is my vratam. Then, out of courtesy, I said, tell something about you, who are you? If you want to make any old person happy, ask them about their past and don't listen. Hey, nothing to listen. So that technique I did. That time I was young. And he started, oh God, I was there, my grandfather was there, then we moved there and this happened and India was partitioned and Ram, continuously going on and on and on. Finally, my children told, "Dad, you are not healthy here because of the humidity in Bombay, you better go to Delhi," and therefore they put me in this train in front of you. So in between, whenever I used to see that his inspiration is going down, I used to say, then what happened? Again he will start. I just give a chabi. And then I came and sat here and I wanted to talk to you, but you said you do japa. So you asked me to speak about myself, and then I spoke about myself. Then, the moment you come in the present, you have nothing to talk. So what should be the spiritual practice? Do not talk about your past. Do not think about your past. Empty yourself. Be very attentive. Remaining in the present is not a choice given to us. It is a compulsion. We cannot live yesterday. We cannot live tomorrow. Where is the choice? See, suppose I give you a choice. 298 days before, what dress you had put on? My God, 298 days is gone. Or if I ask you, after 39 days in the morning, 8 o'clock, what you will be doing? Come on here, I don't know. So whenever we go away from the present, we are in tensions. Remain in the present, no tension. Be attentive. Mind without the past and the future is consciousness. This experience is not created. And in this experience, there is no experiencer. When we talk about our childhood, the child experienced the childhood, but where the child has gone now. Without the child body, I cannot be a child. I am an oldie. Where he has gone? He has gone, but we are still holding on to the experience of the childhood. And then we carry the burden on our head. And that is why children and youngsters don't like the oldies like me. Because we don't live in the present. All the time talking about the past. And who is interested in our past? People are concerned about their future. But we oldies have no future. What future we have got? Just waiting when that last day of liberation is coming. Think, friends. Thus, when you start consciously living in the utter present, then good or bad experiences are equal. They are no meaning. So the second component of our life is the experiences. First component was the world. Second component is experiences. Any experience you talk about, it has zero value. If we have learnt, good. If we have not learnt, we are carrying the burden of that experience. Now this is one very subtle point, be attentive. Why we talk about our past all the time? Because those impressions on our mind of our past experiences are so deep that they will not allow us to leave them. It is something like this. Take an example. Next time you go anywhere riverside, observe this. When the waters are flowing straight away without any difficulty, like a wide sheet of the glass, no disturbance. If there is one small stick or a stone in the center, there the water starts ebbing and the water will be moving around that particular thing, is it not? Now be attentive. Like the river moving in one direction from the beginning to the end, exactly the same way. Life is moving from womb to the tomb. One direction. In that, there is a body identification as a rock in between. And therefore, the life starts thinking only about the body. Think. And therefore, and what we talk about the body? Only experiences. See, friends, therefore, this one very important thing. If we learn from our experiences, we don't make any impressions on our mind. Then, with every additional experience, we will grow wise. Think. Like in our childhood, sometimes we have touched the fire, candle or something, and we have learned that the fire burns. And therefore, we have no liking or disliking for the fire, because we have learned. Exactly. Learn from everything in life. With every additional learning, we grow wise. See? About this, I'll tell you one example. I was staying with somebody, and the husband, wife, and they had a small child, about 8 years. And we all used to go in a car for the satsang, morning time. And the child, although so small, 8 years, he used to sit in the front in one posture without movement for 1.5 hours, steadily listening. Very rare thing to see. And understanding also. So one day when we were taking breakfast, that my friend has to go suddenly somewhere. He says, Swami, you will excuse me, I have to go. I said, okay, I don't need you, I got breakfast. So he went. Then the moment husband has gone, the wife started. Swamiji, my husband is very good, he has no bad habits, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he doesn't go to the tiki parties and all kinds of things. He's a very nice person. Whenever a woman praises the husband, there is a danger. But, so when the glory was sung, but the moment butting began to start. But he is so angry, and when he loses his temper, he is worse than a devil. I don't know what to do. So I was eating nicely paratha. And you give me this as a chutney or what? So when I was just thinking, talking, eating, that child said, Swamiji, may I answer mummy's question? I said, wow, you are a great disciple, continue. And that child told. He said, remember mummy today what Swamiji told? Everything is God. You are God, I am God. This paratha is God, table is God, Swamiji is God, Papa is God. So the mother said, so what? She said, likewise, like there are different brands of chocolate. See, sweet chocolate, bitter chocolate. In the same manner, our Papa is an angry God. See how beautiful it is. Once you learn, then every experience becomes our Guru. And with every experience, we grow wise. And what are the symptoms of wisdom? 2 symptoms are told in Bhagavad Gita. First symptom is, the wise man is always cheerful and happy. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Brahma Bhuta, the wise man. Prasannatma, ever cheerful. Now cheerful doesn't mean all the time, ha ha ha. No. Cheerful doesn't mean go and join a laughing club. No. Cheerful means the one who lives at a zero complaint level. No complaint about anything, no complaint about anybody. You are happy. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. And when you are, be attentive, when you are cheerful and happy, you are in the present. You cannot be happy yesterday. You cannot be happy tomorrow. If you have to be happy now and here. And a person who is happy now and here, he will never seek happiness because he is already happy. Why we seek happiness? Because we have accepted that I am very miserable. You are not. You are divine. Recognize your own blissful divine nature. See, friends. Therefore, the third aspect of our life is the experiencer. If the misery comes, we get identified with the misery, we become miserable. If the joy comes, we get identified with the joy, we become joyful. So we are constantly identifying, disidentifying, identifying, disidentifying. But if we understand the basic principle, that whenever we are identified with something, that something is finite. You cannot identify with the infinite. In the infinite, you dissolve. See, friends. Therefore, whenever we are disturbed, instead of trying to remove the disturbances, find out who is disturbed. At the root of every disturbance, there is somebody sitting. We are disturbed as mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-law, outlaw. Somebody is there. Therefore, come to know that these are the different roles. We have to play your role and relax. Let us not hold on to anything in this world. And this is what we all do. What I am telling you is not something new. We all do this. Is again, analyze your own experiences and learn. Now, we all have slept how many times in our life? Thousands of times. Did you ever observe what is the process of sleeping? When I tell you, you will say, yes, it is like that. So what we do when we go to sleep? First, we come back home, leave the world outside. We are neither rich nor poor nor successful nor miserable. Nothing. Everything is left outside. We come inside our room, close all the doors, windows, security. Then go below the quilt. Then table lamp switch off. Then japa begins. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Till such time, I and want is, sleep doesn't begin. When this I and the want, they are dropped, the sleep begins. In the sleep, there is no I. And when there is no I, there is no want, there is no desire. And because there is no desire, there is no misery. So what should be our lifestyle? Our lifestyle should be, like first thing I told you, living at a zero complaint level. Similarly, living not for fulfilling the desires. If we are to write our autobiography in one line, what we will write? We have been unsuccessfully struggling to fulfill our desires in life. Till date, all desires are not fulfilled. Something or the other comes up. Like for example, this is just an example. Suppose I am sitting here, this is my house. Everything is okay. But do you think the mind will keep quiet? I think this fan is old, We should change this fan. Once that virus goes inside, unless this fellow is removed, we will not keep quiet. Suddenly it comes, I think the sofa has become old, we have to change the thinking. No, there is nobody to come and sit over here. I am all alone. And yet I want to change the sofa. For whom? Friends, mind doesn't want to die. Therefore, mind plays tricks. One trick is to go in the past. Second trick is to project some new things in life. And the net result is, mind is not in the present. When mind comes in the present, mind dissolves in the consciousness like the ice balls. When they fall in the ocean, for some time they will be dancing with the waves. After some time, slowly they dissolve in the ocean. Consciousness and mind are the same. Consciousness with the shape and the form is mind. Mind without the shape and the form is consciousness. See, without doing anything, you are yourself. Every single thought takes us away from ourselves. It is something like this. Our eyes can see everything else in this world except themselves. Try to see your own eyes with your own eyes. Try. You cannot. In the same manner, mind cannot think about its own source. When the eyes are focused on themselves, eyes disappear, the vision disappears. In the same manner, mind can think about everything else. The moment the mind is focused on its own source, mind disappears. One of the most simple and yet most powerful practice is this. Any experience which comes and goes is not the truth. Take any experience. That experience which has never come, and that experience which has never gone is the truth. Now find out what is that experience. We do not have the experience of our beginning. Beginning means earlier something was not there, now it began. Like the waking experience, today's. Till we were sleeping, today has not begun. It began. Then it will continue for some time. Again when we sleep, today is over. Like that, do we have that experience that earlier I was not, then I began, and then I end? No. This beginningless, modificationless, and endless experience is our essential nature. Let any thought come and go. Let us remain absolutely indifferent. Neither we are proud of good thoughts or condemn the bad thoughts. When thus we remain indifferent, we come back as if to our essential nature. In fact, this is not an achievement, but it is a total loss of the illusions that this world is real, that the good and bad experiences are real, that the enjoyer or the sufferer is real. All these illusions will disappear and the truth alone shines forth. All problems are because of wrong thinking. Wrong thinking problems cannot be sorted out by not thinking. They cannot be sorted out by replacing the thinking, but they can be sorted out by right understanding. And for discovering the right understanding, our life is the book. On every page of the book of life, we are given millions of experiences and wisdom. Every experience is the source of wisdom if we have the art of learning from every experience. This learning from every experience is the very foundation of my life. One small example I will give you and conclude. In India, in a school, I went to speak to the children. The teacher, the principal invited me. And to those children, I had to tell stories. So I started one story from the scriptures, Dhruva story. Dhruva was a small boy, hardly 5 years, and he did such a great meditation and came to know God. When I started this story, the child once, Swamiji, yes, we don't believe in that story. That Dhruva was standing on one leg. I can't stand on two legs properly. How can I stand? I can't. I said, all right. I told another story of Prahlad, the great devotee of Lord, from this Bhagavad Mahapuran. The moment I started other student, no, my daddy is not bad like his daddy. My daddy is very good. I said, no, what to talk to these children? Anything I tell, they know everything. Then one child told, don't tell us the story from the books. Tell something, your own experience. That child became my guru. Learn from your experiences. Therefore, you must have seen, I rarely give examples from the scriptures. Day-to-day experiences. They are our Guru. Learn from them and grow wise. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.